27 giving you exactly what you need. Welcome to the show where the truths never lie. Turn the volume up while we watch the sparks fly. Monday morning coming at you with the heavy hitting vibe. We breaking down the headlines, keeping policy alive. The filters on the lands, no scripts inside their hand. Just a broadcast for the people across the digital land. From the hill to the street, yeah, we digging in the dirt. Searching for the facts, even when the answer's heard. It's a weekday ritual, a digital town square. If you're looking for the comfort, you won't find it here. We that set the agenda, we challenge every view. Bringing more politics straight from us to you. Subs climbing up, yeah, the chat is going wild. Information flowing in a truly gritty style. Run your mouth, let the people hear the sound of 27, we're the loudest in the town. Run your mouth, break the silence, take a stand. Politics and power in the palm of your hand. Run your mouth, yeah, we're live on the screen. The greatest commentary that you've ever seen. Through the comments, yeah, the debate is getting deep. While the mainstream media is falling fast asleep. We're tracking every bill and we're walking every vote, taking every crooked quote and cutting at the throat. It's a YouTube revolution, decentralized and free. Finding what the future of the news is gonna be. From the left to the right to the middle of the room. We're carrying the weight, yeah, we're carrying the load. Won't just sit and listen, get your fingers on the keys. We're bringing down the giants, bringing them to the knees. Weekday warriors assemble for the fight. Shining out a signal in the middle of the night. Run your mouth, let the people hear the sound of 27, we're the loudest in the town. Run your mouth, break the silence, take a stand. Politics and power in the palm of your hand. Run your mouth, yeah, we're live on the screen. The realest commentary that you've ever seen. Hit the like, hit the sub, keep the fire burning bright. Run your mouth every weekday, doing it right.
Hello, 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 everyone. Hey, hey, hey to the motherfucking hey. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Run Your Mouth. I am L Teddy 27. And yes, we're here. For another edition of Run Your Mouth, here to give you all of the news, politics, and headlines of the day, all of the things that have been going on while you were away at work, performing your usual avocations, doing the thing that you do. And we're here to, hey, do it like only we can. We are here. Chicken, get your chicken here. Anyway, y'all, we got a packed dossier today. We got a packed dossier today. Great. We have a great Pride Month spotlight. I think you all will enjoy our Pride Month spotlight today. Certainly. We have a lot of updates on our 2026 primary season. A lot of things going on today. Today is election day. So we'll give you a comprehensive and exhaustive list of primary elections today. Yeah, what else is in the dossier? Let me check the dossier. See what else is in there. We got a lot of stuff in there. We gonna have to dog walk Jay-Z. Yeah, we gonna have to dog walk him. Yeah, we gonna have to dog walk him. Yeah, that's probably gonna happen. Y'all's boy, he's gonna get out sooner than y'all are expecting. We gotta talk about that. We gotta talk about old girl that was getting her back blown out in the judge's chambers. Remember Judge Ross? I swear, every time this time of year, these damn gnats, They come out and the man told me it's from the people downstairs. I'm gonna put a complaint in on them. Anyway, um, yeah, we got an update on her and her situation. With the whole her and the police chief, wrestling in the judge's chambers. We'll do our across the pond news story and spotlight today, and then we got we got a bunch of other stuff. Like I said, it's a packed dossier. How are y'all doing today? How's your Tuesday going? Let me say hey to y'all. Hey DPG, Miss Felicia, how are you? Mia MJ, is good to see you, my love. Miss Cookie, what's going on? Janae, how's it going, my love? Hey Tamara, always glad to see you. Hey Nubia Mahogany. Terrence, what's good, bruh? What is up? Tracy C., one of our head hall monitors, is here. Carl is here from across the pond. Tawana, what's going on? Hey, Yolanda Morgan. No, he ain't want you with your foolishness today. Hey, crazy homebody girl. Hey, Candace F. Hey, Lock Queen. Miss Shorty B, what's going on? Child, it's always this time of year, Candace F. These doggone gnats get on my damn nerves. And it's not like it'd be a whole bunch of them. It's always like one or two just annoying the shit out of me. It's never like a whole bunch. It's like just always one or two that I just can't catch and are just bothering my spirit. Hey, Uncle Jay. Hey, Yana. Child. Your ice maker went down. Oh, no. Mm. You going over to the smokers lounge? Okay. Well, I'm sure somebody will be over there meeting you. Cha. Girl. Girl. Cha. Anyway, y'all, they worked me today. Can I tell y'all? Listen. When I tell you they've been working the shit out of me the last couple weeks, I called Really B. She over here answering the phone. Ain't got nothing going on, nothing to do. She in the classroom now. Ain't have nothing going on. I'm over here reading hundreds of pages of reports and stuff. And she over here making me feel bad about myself. Hey, California cutie. Y'all say hey to California cutie. Give her a quick shondo in the chat. Um, I don't even know what movie you talk about. But yeah, give California Cutie 310. Hey, how you doing? We love new people over here. We have a good time over here. We do. Every day, Monday through Friday. Hey, Yogi 9114. If you're new here, hello to you too. Um, yeah, she always got the easy life. I mean, it's the end of the school year. Do we have any birthdays today? Let me get that out the way now. I don't need nobody to say we did not celebrate them and their birthdays. Okay? Anybody got a birthday we need to celebrate today? So I can get that out the way now. Cure. Now, California Cutie, let me help you out. You and Yogi 9114, listen. Let me help y'all out, okay? Listen. We are a tight-knit community here. We love each other. We love each other. We are a tight-knit community here. Okay? We black, y'all, we black, y'all, we blackity black, and we black, y'all. Now, I'm not gonna hold you. We have a lot of inside jokes and a lot of things that have to grow on you. You may not get them at first. And after the first day, you might be like, I don't know. You got to give it a whole week, okay? You got to give it a whole week of watching. And then you can say, and then I'm going to tell you, take another week. Because maybe something was wrong or off that week. So I'm gonna tell you to take a second week, and then you got to watch a whole second week. And then if it don't stick the second week, then I'm gonna just tell you to just go ahead and just give us a month. Then we need a month then, and by that time, I'm telling you, you'll be in the groove. Okay, I ain't gonna hold you. You'll be in the groove. Just saying. Yeah. I'm over here doing the work of three people. Child, that's what I'm doing over here. We 6 months ago we had 8 people on our team, and each one of us, eight, had 5 people that were our subordinates that worked for that reported to us. Our team of 8 has gone to 2. So that means that me and my colleague had to take on three, the work of 3 other people. So the team of 5 that was working for me is now a team of 20. And I am stressed. These people are getting on my nerves. Oh, God be with me. Child. I hosted a panel. We're having another panel. The Pride Month panel will be on June 28th at 4 o'clock p.m. Again, the annual Pride Month panel will be June 28th at 4 p.m. I'm scared to announce all of the people that's going to be on there because I don't want to jinx it. But just know I have about 6 people committed. It's a great, 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 great group of young men. We'll be discussing pretty much the state of the black gay, um, the state of the black gay community, um, and we just gonna have a good time. It's gonna be a great time. I am so looking forward to the conversation, and I know you'll enjoy it. Okay. Anyway, yeah, we have to grow on you. You know what I'm saying? You just can't give it a day or a week. You got to give it some time. Tell them Carl. Carl found us and had a good old time, right? Child, child. She ain't doing no teaching over there. She just cleaning up the classroom. And if you find a good couple of students, you can get them to do that for you. Sign off on their community service hours. Mm-hmm. Child. Lord. Anyway, um, it's time to get this party started. I told y'all the dossier is back. Harold! Hey, Harold. Hey, hey. Hey, hey. What's going on? Hey, Jay Parrish. What it do? What's good? What's going on, my love? Care. Anyway, y'all, put a Shondo in the chat. Let me know y'all ready to get this party started. Let me know y'all ready to get this party started. Because if y'all ain't ready, I'm ready. I told y'all we got a packed dossier today. Y'all know we have a lot of stuff to get through. We got segments and stuff. Lord. Mm. Yeah, hit the like button. Hit the goddamn like button. That's DPG, also one of our head hall monitors. Hit the like button. Get us out into the algorithm. Share the video out. Do all of the things. And that came from Terrence, who's a part of our heterosexual male coalition. I don't know what they call themselves. Between him and Jason and the other straight heterosexual men in the in the in a part that's a part of the pupils. I don't know what they call themselves. I feel like they need a name for themselves, like the Bros or something, or the Dog Pound. I don't know what y'all gonna call yourselves over there. Down to all of my straight cis het men coalition of the pupils. Y'all need a name for yourselves so we can call y'all by y'all name. Anyway, y'all, it look like y'all ready to get this party started. So if y'all ready, I'm ready. If y'all are ready, I am ready. Okay. So let's go ahead and do what we do. We start off in the month of June with our Pride Month feature. And why do we start off with our Pride Month? Because it's Pride Month.
That is Gay Pride Month. Shout out to all my gay niggas. Shout out to everybody in the LGBT community. I told my niggas that it need to be more straight niggas giving love to the gay niggas.
Happy gay month, cause you know you gay and stuff.
Okay, thank you.
He got your gay
Tyler.
balloon cause it got all the colors cause it's gay.
Okay.
And I got Skittles cause it got a rainbow on it.
Okay.
And I got the cookie cake. It says, be who you are for your pride.
Pride. Be who you are for your pride. Happy Pride Month. So, for our Pride Month feature today, we got a bit of history that we need to learn today. So, today, we're going to learn about the Hamilton Lodge Ball at Harlem's Rockland Palace. Oh, yes. The Hamilton Lodge Ball, aka Rockland Palace, was an annual cross-dressing ball on 280 West 155th Street and Frederick Douglass Avenues in Harlem, New York. The Lodge's ball in 1869, you heard that right, 1869, was recognized as the first drag ball in United States history. The Hamilton Lodge Ball reached the peak of its popularity in the 1920s and early 1930s as the Harlem Renaissance and pansy craze drew wealthy white New Yorkers and celebrities into Harlem nightlife. In 1842, the Philadelphian Institute, a fraternal organization of free black men, petitioned to form an aligned lodge of American Odd Fellows, but were denied because they were black. Peter Ogden, a black sailor and member of the Grand United Order of Odd Fellows, helped the men to form Hamilton Lodge number 710 of the Grand United Order, which opened in February 1844 in Harlem. In 1869, for the lodge's 25th anniversary, their first annual masquerade and civic ball was held at the Rockland Palace Banquet Hall and Casino. This is the first recorded ball in Harlem where men dressed as women, and it is believed to be the first drag ball in the United States. The balls grew in size, and in a March 1866 article, the New York Freeman described the Hamilton Lodge Ball as, quote, the event of the season, end of quote. Around this time, drag balls gained popularity in other cities in the United States, including balls in Washington, D.C., organized by William Dorsey Swan, which we later learned was the first black drag queen. According to historian Michael Henry Adams, the balls were originally organized by straight men. However, they became a way for non-straight people to appear publicly in drag. In the early 1900s, as the balls grew in popularity, demands emerged to investigate possible violations of public immorality. In New York City, the Committee of 14 investigated the balls, releasing a report in 1916 describing scenes of, quote, male perverts, end of quote, who looked like women. Nevertheless, and this is a quote, faggot balls or fairy balls, end of quote, continued, and prizes would even be given to the, quote, most feminine body displayed by an impersonator. End of quote. The balls in New York City drew people from all over the United States. In the 1920s, during the Prohibition era, Harlem underwent a cultural revitalization as the Harlem Renaissance marked an upsurge in arts, literature, and culture. At the same time, the pansy craze in New York created popular interest in drag performances. As a result of these two cultural phenomena, the Hamilton Lodge Ball dramatically increased in popularity, attracting up to 8,000 dancers and spectators at the peak of its popularity. The poet Langston Hughes wrote, quote, during the height of the new Negro era and the tourist invasion of Harlem, it was fashionable for the intelligentsia and the social leaders of both Harlem and the downtown area to occupy boxes at this ball and look down from above at the queerly assorted throng on the dancing floor. End of quote. The balls were racially integrated, and though New York state law criminalized cross dressing, police officers worked at the balls to arrest any troublemakers. Chad Heap, a history professor at George Washington University, stated, quote, it's pretty amazing just how widespread these balls were. Almost every newspaper article about them lists 20 to 30 well-known people of the day who were in attendance as spectators. It was a widely integrated part of life in the 1920s and 30s, end of quote. Contemporaneous news accounts describe Hamilton Lodge Ball as a scene of splendor with quotes such as, quote, the masculine women and feminine men, how are you going to tell the roosters from the hens? End of quote. Meaning they had men impersonating women and women impersonating men. So you had drag queens and drag kings at these balls. In the mid 1930s, a heavy backlash against LGBT people occurred during the Great Depression. The NYPD, which officiated the balls in the 1920s, began arresting participants for indecency, vagrancy, and female impersonation in the mid 1930s. As the cultural reaction against LGBT visibility grew, a sex crime pandemic emerged, and gay men and lesbians were seen as dangerous to society. Despite this, the 1936 ball had roughly 5,500 attendees. That's 5,500 attendees. The Harlem Lodge the Hamilton Lodge, held its final ball on February 26, 1937, described as, quote, a grand jamboree of dancing, love-making display, rivalry, drinking, and advertisement, end of quote. About 1,000 people of the roughly 5,000 attendees competed in the costume contest. The following year, the Hamilton Lodge Ball ended, described by the New York Age magazine with the headline, quote, 15 arrested by police as fairies turn on them, end of quote. And that's the history of the Hamilton Lodge balls. It's so interesting that this all started with uh, uh, um, heterosexual people. Like this wasn't like a whole bunch of gay people, queer people doing it. These were heterosexual men that participated in this. It was, as they stated, this was a part of black culture. This was a part of hey, Miss Rail. This was a part of black culture, black society. It wasn't just the poor people, it was poor, middle class, and like Langston Hughes said, the rich, well to do, and even the intelligentsia all attended this. And it was a part of culture. And it's so interesting that in nowadays people make it as if it's so escape from who we are as black people in our culture. And I tell you all of the time, this has always been here. Um, so, hey, and you probably can equate it to daddyism. I'm sorry, dandyism, um, Janae, but this would probably be. I'm trying to get my timelines correct. I think it's a little bit before the dandyism craze got big, or maybe it's right after. I don't know. Somebody will check me on that. But I was glad to hear about this. I had never heard about this. Um, Put a 27 in the chat if you, like me, are hearing about this for the first time. Like they're saying, literally thousands and thousands and thousands of people would come to these drag balls. And this was an established part of black culture in Harlem. Now, I had heard about, the explosion of black LGBT people in the during the Black Renaissance in Harlem. You hear about that all of the time, but I had never heard of these balls that go all the way back to 1869. 1869, just after the Emancipation Proclamation. So, had to give you that bit of Black Pride Month LGBTQ plus history, because they won't give it to you, and that's why we're here every day to give you the history. All right, it's primary season, y'all. If I call out your area because you have primaries today, get your ass off of here. Play me on your phone while you're driving to the polls to go vote. Okay? Don't fuck off. Get off your duff. Get up. Watch me on your phone. And then go exercise your right to vote. So here is our exhaustive list of elections today. Harold, there are primary runoff elections today all over Alabama. Get up and make sure that you have gone out to vote, Harold. There are primary runoff elections today, Harold, in Alabama. Please, if you're in Alabama, go vote. In the great state of California, there is a special primary election for U.S. House Congressional District 14. So if you're in U.S. House Congressional District 14 in California, you have a special primary election today. In the District of Columbia, in D.C., you have primary elections in D.C. Please go participate in that. In addition to primary elections, you also have a special general election for a city council at large position. So if you live in DC, make sure you're going out. In the District of Columbia, make sure you're going out to vote. In Georgia, there are several elections in Georgia today. In Cherokee County, you have school district elections, special primary runoffs in Cherokee County. In DeKalb County, you have a general election runoff for DeKalb County. You also have DeKalb County School District general election runoffs as well. In Fulton County, you have Fulton County general election runoffs today, as well as Fulton County Schools general election runoff today. Huge black counties right there between DeKalb and Fulton. Huge black counties there. There are also statewide primary runoffs. We know that in the Republican primaries, they have wide primary runoffs today for that Republic. I know the gubernatorial elections, and there may be some other primaries, statewide primaries. I'm trying to remember if there is one on the Republican side for Senate. And there may be some others in some congressional seats as well. So if you're in Georgia, you know you have elections today. Gwinnett County Public Schools has a general election runoff today. Henry County Public Schools have a general election runoff. We're talking almost all five of the, I think that's all five. No, that's four out of the five. One, two, three, four out of the five major counties in the greater Atlanta area are having elections today. So please go out and vote. Muskogee County public schools in Georgia are having general election runoffs today. Savannah Chatham County are having their school district general election runoffs today. That's a lot of elections in Georgia. A lot of huge black areas. You're talking the Savannah area as well. Huge black areas. Please go out and vote in Georgia. In Oklahoma, we've been going over Oklahoma the last few days. We know we have statewide primaries all over Oklahoma today. If you live in Oklahoma, you have elections today. Please get out and exercise your right to vote today in Oklahoma. And finally, in South Carolina, we have some localized elections in South Carolina today. Please go to ballotpedia.org, which is our source of truth. Put in your email address, not your email address, your street address, your home address, I should say. And Tracy's already put the link in the chat. You could do your address lookup and see if you have elections today. Please, please, please go. The informed say he already went and voted in his primary. Crazy Homebody Girl say she already dropped off her vote in her primaries. Harold said he already went and voted. You ain't got nothing to worry about with him. So I'm not sure. I have to look it up in where I got it from, Harold, to see what time period that was. But if they had the last one in the 30s, Harold, the last ball was in the 1930s. So that looks like it might have been during the 20s, somewhere around there. Probably looked like it might have been in the 20s or early 1900s. So let me I gotta drop this link because I hope my correspondent didn't think we were done. I hope my correspondent didn't think the war was over. We still ain't nowhere near over with this damn war. Anyway, and for those of you wondering, I did talk to Really B today. She said she says if she does go live today, it's gonna be late because she has some errands and some things to do this afternoon, so she won't be going live at her regular time. So she said we could take our time today. So um now, with that, before the Harlem Renaissance, which was 1918, 1937, roughly according to Google. Okay, okay. But these balls did go all the way back to 1869, so that's a long period. That's 1869 all the way to 1937. That's a long time. That's a long time. That's more than 50 years they were doing the ball. That's what, 58 years? No, I'm sorry. 78 years, excuse me. Is that 78? 1860. Yeah. No. Almost 70 years. 68 years. Yeah, 68 years. 68 years that is. All right. Um and with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, non-binary gender conforming members of our audience, I bring to you the late great Larry Myers to help us usher in our Sugar Spike segment.
Oh, God. You see, this is the part that I like.
Major Sugar Spike.
So loved the world. I want to fight. That he gave his only begotten son.
Major Sugar Spike.
And shall ever believe
Major Sugar Spike.
they shall not perish, but have everlasting life.
Taste the biscuit.
Jesus. Thank you, Larry. And today, ladies and gentlemen, we have with us our senior, these hoes ain't loyal correspondent with us here today. How are you today, sir?
I'm doing well, sir. How are you?
You know, when you think, oh, we about to get a good break, me and Terrence ain't gonna have to do this foolishness every day. We told y'all yesterday that there was no way, shape, form, and fashion that this stuff would be over, and here we are.
Hmm. Yep. Here we are with BB saying, "Hey, we're gonna do whatever the fuck we wanted to." Because
So,
up until this morning, Israel was still striking southern Lebanon.
Hmm. I do have the memorandum of understanding, or all of the 14 points on said memorandum of understanding.
Oh, you actually got a copy of that.
Yeah, it leaked. Saudi Arabia leaked it. Well, it was given to Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia leaked it, and now Israel is pissed off because the United States was refusing to give the language and text of the 14-point memorandum to Israel, and they are pissed. And the fact that the Saudis got it, and the Saudis have leaked it all over Al Gore's good internet, has
Mm-hmm.
pissed off Benjamin
I'm looking for
Netanyahu.
that shit
I'm here.
right
I'm here
now.
for all of it.
I'm
So,
looking for that shit right now.
oh, I got it. Oh, no, no, no. Have no fear. I have it right here.
Oh, well, isn't that convenient?
I have it right here, y'all. So, and this is according to Al Arabia, which is a
It's a Saudi.
Saudi
Yep.
publication. They received it and they leaked the 14-point agreement expected to be signed between Washington and Iran. So let's see here what we have. Okay. Here's number one. The Islamic Republic of Iran and the United States, together with their allies in the current war, declare upon the signing of this memorandum of understanding an immediate and permanent end to the war on all fronts, including Lebanon, and undertake that from now on they will not launch any hostile action against each other and will refrain from the threat or use of force against each other. The final agreement will confirm the provisions of this article and the remaining articles. Now, the fact that the first point includes Lebanon and your president and vice president have been lying the last 48 hours about the last 48 to 72 hours about Lebanon not being in it, and the very first thing you see is Lebanon in it, tells you this shit is not going to stop because Benjamin Netanyahu doesn't give a fuck.
Bruh,
And, and,
there's,
and, and Iran is right now about to start striking Lebanon in
uh-huh.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I mean, start
Yeah,
striking Israel in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
on behalf of Lebanon, because once again, what they do not understand in this
Hey,
region
Tracy
is
W.
these ties, these religious ties, these blood ties that these countries have with each other. Y'all see a border and think that that's where that land should end. No, like if you've talked to any Muslim from that part of the world, no, that whole region from Egypt all the way down to the Somali Horn of Africa, all the way back up the Red Sea to the other side of the Arabian Peninsula, all the way down through India and back up again and around Iran, Afghanistan, and all of these places that are Muslim countries. They see that as the world's Muslim nation. So they don't care if you are, they don't care the way that
Hey, Antonio.
they don't care the way that we think they care about who's in what country
The
because
only
of the religious and blood ties. And
the
people in
only
the United
boundaries
States will never understand that shit.
the only boundaries that they see aren't the boundaries that you all see today. And these are boundaries that we in our feeble Western civilization mind won't understand. The boundaries that they see are the difference between Persia and Arabia. Because Arabia is to the east, Persia is to the west. Iran was a
Yep.
part of Persia. Arabia includes the Arabian Peninsula. And going up to Turkey and stuff like that. And that's the only separation that they see, and that's them knowing their history of the history of Arabia or Mesopotamia, which well, Mesopotamia was a kind of a mix of some parts of Arabia and some parts of Persia, but
Yeah. It
Persia
was that sweet
and
spot in the middle.
and right, that sweet spot where Iraq is and goes over to Iran and
Yep.
includes parts of Saudi as well and some parts
Yep.
of Syria too.
If I
Anyway,
ever find them, I'll show you the pictures I have. We actually got to fly over Babylon as we were leaving Iraq, and I got some really, really good pictures. If I find them, I will send them to you. It's beautiful.
so the fact that the hey Cybera in this official memorandum of understanding, the first the first number has right there Lebanon, right there included. means
Yeah, that's
that
red line.
your federal now here, let's be clear. Let's pay attention to this. Trump, Vance, Keg's breath, Rubio, all of them have been saying Lebanon isn't a part of anything that we agreed to at all. Iran said, yes, the fuck it is, and it's mentioned a few times. And now we get this, and in the very first number, it has Lebanon. Tells you that our government has been lying to us the whole time. I'm not saying Iran always tells us the 100% truth, but I'm more inclined to believe what's coming out of Iran than I am out of our own government. And here the fuck we are.
Hmm. Yep. And this U.S. Senate just failed to advance the war powers resolution to halt the action against Iran. But allegedly, none of that should matter because this war is over. Allegedly,
Oh,
the
we'll
Senate
get
vote
there.
was 47 to 48. Four Republicans joined the Democrats in support.
Oh, we'll get there in a second. Number two, the Islamic Republic of Iran and the United States undertake to respect each other's sovereignty and territorial integrity and to refrain from interfering in each other's internal affairs. Three, the Islamic Republic of Iran and the United States undertake to negotiate and reach a final agreement within a maximum period of 60 days, extendable by mutual consent. Number four, immediately upon the signing of this memorandum of understanding, the United States lift the naval blockade and prevent any interference or obstruction against the Islamic Republic of Iran and restore traffic within the maximum of 30 days to its full capacity. The traffic of ships shall be proportional to the pre-war volume of traffic, on the part of the Islamic Republic of Iran. The United States also undertakes to withdraw its forces from the surrounding areas within 30 days after the final agreement. Number five, upon signing this memorandum of understanding, the Islamic Republic of Iran will immediately take steps to ensure that the movement of merchant ships from the Persian Gulf to the Sea of Oman and vice versa is resumed within 30 days to pre-war volume, taking into account the need for the removal of technical obstacles. Wait, they're calling they're calling these mines in the middle of the ocean technical obstacles
I mean,
and
it's not
neutralization of mines by Iran.
it's not wrong. It's technically an obstacle. And at the same time, it's also a technical obstacle. You see, the Iranians are playing the smart word game
Oh my God,
because
y'all are too funny.
the Iranians are playing the smart word game here, right? Because technical obstacles and neutralization of mines, right? That could mean a number of things, which tells me, just from the verbiage that's there, that tells me that mines are not the only thing that are in that water that are going to have to be removed
Yep.
because you don't make that differentiation in verbiage unless there is a differentiation in tactics.
Child. Number
And I mean, let's be very clear here. All right. When you're talking about an obstruction in the water, hell, you drop enough cement blocks in the water and change that topography on the bottom just enough, you could rip open one of these fiberglass holes like a freaking can, like a soda can. And now you've got people in the water and an environmental incident.
Hey,
Iran won't
Jocelyn.
fucking off and won't fuck around. They was going fishing, homie.
Number six, the United States undertakes together with its regional partners to create a comprehensive plan agreed upon by both parties for the rehabilitation and economic development of the Islamic Republic of Iran while ensuring financing of at least $300 billion. Dollars. At least $300 billion. Again, at least $300 billion. The implementation mechanics of this plan, as part of the final agreement, will be formulated within 60 days. Let me tell you why this is going to blow up in the US's face. Because what the United States thinks that they're going to try to do is get this money out of GCC countries. And if I'm
GCC ain't giving that
GCC
shit up.
countries, I would tell all of the United States to go fuck itself. Bitch, y'all owe us trillions of dollars because we've lost trillions of dollars of money from your fuck shit and fucktitude. And the
Hmm.
United States is going to paint this as your government is going to paint this as this isn't coming from us. It's going to come from Gulf states. And the Gulf states are going to look at y'all like, no, the fuck it's not. And then we're going to be forced to pay this.
Exactly. And I mean, let's be very clear on some other shit right here. This is not the first and only time, and will not be the last time that this administration has said that somebody else is going to pay for some shit that they promised, and then the American taxpayer ends up paying for it. Remember that border wall shit
Right.
from his first term? Mexico was supposed to pay for that.
Yeah.
Mexico sent us a box of avocados and a smiley face that said "Ja ja ja." Okay, that's what Mexico sent us to pay for that border wall. All right, they didn't give us shit. We ended up paying. The American taxpayers ended up paying for that shit. All right, this everything that he says that he's gonna make sure that we don't pay for, we end up paying for it. The ballroom that he wants built, supposed to be paid for by private beneficiaries. The American people will be paying for that by hook or by crook. We have to rebuild the East Wing, and we have to put certain type of presidential system underneath the East Wing and put it back to normal, right? It's this is par for the course. They promise big, just like in every big corporate entity. They promise big, overpromise, underdeliver, and they're over budget.
Number seven, the United States commits to ending on a schedule to be agreed upon as part of the final agreement all types of sanctions currently facing the Islamic Republic of Iran, including resolutions of the United Nations Security Council and the Board of Governors of the International Atomic Energy Agency, IAEA, and all unilateral U.S. sanctions, both primary and secondary. So all sanctions are gone. Yeah, no more sanctions. All sanctions gone. Hmm. All of them. Number eight, the Islamic Republic of Iran reiterates that it will never produce nuclear weapons. The Islamic Republic of Iran and the United States have agreed that the fate of enriched material and the fate of all other mutually agreed nuclear related issues, including Iran's nuclear needs, will be adequately addressed in a final agreement. The final agreement will confirm the provisions of this article. Number nine, the Islamic Republic of Iran and the United States agree that, pending a final agreement, they will maintain the status quo. Iran will maintain the status quo on its nuclear program, and the United States will not impose new sanctions on Iran or strengthen its forces in the region. Number 10, the United States undertakes that immediately after the signing of this memorandum of understanding and until the date of the lifting of sanctions, the United States Treasury Department will issue waivers for exports of Iranian crude oil, petrochemical products, and their derivatives. That includes fuel, not just oil, but fuel, and all related services, including banking, insurance, transportation, and the like. So yeah, everything open. We wide the fuck open. Shit that we were sanctioning, shit that Iran could not do, everything is wide open.
Yep.
Iran is going to come out of this war being one of the great superpowers in that area. Meaning, I'm not including I'm not going as far as India, but I'll say in that area from Pakistan going all the way up to Israel and Lebanon and Syria. The problem here is going to be for Israel is that Iran is going to come out being a bigger player on the global scale in that region than
Mhm.
Israel is. And that's
Because
what they're afraid of.
what really was what they've really been trying to do is make Israel the
Hey,
regional
civil law.
hegemon, which is basically the regional power, and saying, okay, Israel's in charge of this entire region. When in all honesty, yeah, exactly what you just said is exactly what Iran is about to become. Iran is about to become the regional hegemon, basically running that region because Iran, an unsanctioned Iran, is their economy will be bigger than that of Saudi Arabia, right? It's gonna start booming there, right? We're getting Iran. What they're basically doing is They're basically kickstarting Iran's economy for them. All right, that
Harold, that
it
means ha
is
ha
ha
ha.
ha ha.
Because in Spanish, the J makes the H sound. So that
Yeah,
means ha ha ha. That's a
yeah. My
laughing.
friend, literally, my friends will literally write that shit like that. I'll be like, what? They literally had to explain it to me just like that when I moved out here. But uh, yeah, it's crazy how you wanted to use this proposal to weaken Iran, and I'm gonna go ahead and call it what it is. This MOU is tantamount to a full and total surrender by the United States of America.
And we said from the
We
beginning
got
that
nothing
we
from
said from the
this.
beginning that the only way this war ends is with total surrender by the United States. We had already said that. Number 11. The United States undertakes that in light of the progress of negotiations toward a final agreement, frozen or restricted funds and assets of the Islamic Republic of Iran will be released and made fully available. These funds, whether held in the master account or transferred, will be used for any final beneficiary payment determined by the Central Bank of the Islamic Republic of Iran and will fully available for use. The United States undertakes to issue all necessary permits and licenses on this basis, meaning any assets and monies frozen that belong to Iran that we were keeping, we now have to give it back to them immediately. Number 12. Almost done here, people. Number 12, the Islamic Republic of Iran and the United States agree that an implementation mechanism will be established to oversee the successful implementation of and future commitment to the final agreement. Number 13, following the signing of the Memorandum of Understanding and upon receipt of assurances regarding the commencement of implementation of Articles 4, 5, 10, and 11 of this Memorandum of Understanding and the continued implementation of these steps, the Islamic Republic of Iran and the United States will enter into negotiations for a final agreement solely with respect to the remaining articles. Number 14, the final agreement will be approved through a binding resolution of the United Nations Security Council. So now you even have to include the UN Security Council. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the Memorandum of Understanding. Now, Republicans are upset because, like I told you yesterday, John Thune and Lindsey Graham and all of the Zionists out there are saying, oh, any memorandum of understanding must be agreed upon by Congress, right? Well, it gets better. So, your president said today that he would. Oh, that noise. Hold on, y'all. Sorry about that. I don't know what that noise is. Oh, that's one of these damn ads on this damn thing. Your president today agreed that he would send the deal to end the war with Iran and open nuclear discussions with Tehran to Congress for approval. So the deal is going to be sent to Congress. And so, are you telling me that they can't sign on Friday until Congress approves that? Is that what that says?
That's kind of how that reads to me, unless they're gonna go ahead and sign it and then have Congress approve the signing. I mean, that's kind of putting the cart before the horse because now you're hoping that everybody just wants to end this war and is going to give you exactly what you want in order to end this war. And I just don't see that happening. Like, I know people
Well,
want to end, I know they want this war over and I know they want the war to end, but I don't see war hawks like Lindsey Graham and most of the right saying, yo, yeah, we're good with this. Hell, I don't see anybody who is paid off by APAC being okay with this deal.
well, he said, yeah, I'll get it done. Um, He
Mm,
said
mm,
he never
mm.
thought about sending it, never thought about it, just like he never thought about telling Congress about the war in the beginning. But he said, but yeah, I'll send it to them. I'll get it done. I like the idea.
Mm,
I'll get it done. Okay.
And
And he
then,
knows that he has them by the balls. Now, Congress is one thing, but those Zionists, Mark Levin and Shapiro and all of these Zionists out there, that are ravenous and foaming at the mouth at this point. I don't know what you're going to do to win them over because they are angry. And that doesn't even begin to touch or tap the feelings that they have right now. Oh, they are angry about this. Very angry.
Yeah, there's also rumors surrounding Netanyahu. And this is some tea right here. So because of everything that's happening right now and how he's basically losing the support of the state of America, like he's losing their support in in leadership. He's losing their support, and
Well, they have
because of
elections
this,
here.
because of, yeah, they do. He's probably going to lose this election and go to
He is.
jail.
Yep.
But here's the thing that I always wondered, right? So we always wondered, okay, what does Israel have on this country that always just has us blindly back them? So me personally, I'm gonna go with this here good rumor that I just saw that Netanyahu is getting ready to start releasing more of the racier details
Epstein
uh
files.
from the Epstein files, from the Trumpstein files. So yeah, or he's gonna threaten to do it, and then it's either way. Either way, borderline. Basically, what I'm saying, y'all, this there's no way in hell that this shit makes it all the way through Congress. It just doesn't. There's too many variables, too many factors, and too many other countries who have a say in this. Like, it, no, this is not going to happen. And if it does, I'll be very surprised because a lot of these people got to go back to like these very, very rural places and explain to them why they don't have health care, but they just sent $300 million to Iran.
Well,
Right before the midterms.
well, Iran says that Israel, since they announced this agreement on Sunday, Israel has already violated it almost
How many
100 times.
times?
Last,
Oh, damn.
84
Oh,
times. Last time I saw was 84 times, so almost 100 times since Sunday.
jeez. This is, with that being point number one, all hostilities cease towards Lebanon, and we can't even get to the damn signing with without an attack. No, you violating point. Your pit bull is violating point number one, and you won't stop it. You refuse to stop him because all we got to do is stop sending weapons. If we stop giving them weapons, they don't have the capacity to build. They don't have the capacity to build in scale enough to go on the offensive. They build locally and they source locally enough arms to be defensive. The stuff that they get from us and whoever else they have deals with through whatever back door they used is what gives them capability offensively. But they're not going to stop attacking anybody in that region because
What?
they've
But
been doing it since the end of World War II. Why would they? And nobody has stopped them. Why would they
Israel
stop
is going to
now?
hold on to the fact that they're not included in this. They're going to say our name is not in this. We ain't got a fuck thing to do with this. That's between Iran and the United States. Israel ain't got nothing to do with it. Keep the bombing a going.
Hmm.
And Israel knows that. So does Iran. And the United States was dumb enough to fall for this because, like I said, Israel at this point is going to say, we're not going to stop and you're not going to do anything about it. Now, and they're about to put a battery in Netanyahu's back because he doesn't want to go to jail. He doesn't want to be voted out. He doesn't want to end up in jail for the rest of his life. So, Netanyahu, this is an existential threat to his livelihood. So, he
Oh
has
yeah.
no problem saying, balls to the wall. Show me better than you can tell me. And he
Hmm.
knows that Donald Trump will taco. He knows he has the United States Congress in more control than he has the Knesset. He has
Hmm.
more control of the U.S. Congress than he has of the Knesset in Israel.
Hmm.
And he knows that.
And the sad part is that we know that we know that he Netanyahu has more control over our lawmakers than he does his own. It's disgusting. And here's the worst part for me, El Teddy. I'm in a lot of veterans groups online in these on these social media platforms. And when I say something that should be a no-brainer, like, I don't think it's all right to use, I don't think it's okay to use Marines as props. I was called un-American. Said, wait, what? I got called not a Marine. Said, wait, what? I'm like, so let me ask you this question. Aren't Marines taught to call out bullshit when we see it? That's what we're known for, right? We call it when we see it. He said, yeah. And I'm calling you. He said, yeah. And what you said was bullshit. I said, what about what I said was un-American? What about what I said was not true? Do you support using U.S. service members as props or like props? See, that's what I'm talking about. You bringing your liberal bullshit. I was like, who said anything about being liberal? I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, you can't. Okay, you can't take criticism and adjust. If I criticize you, I've now come for your entire way of life. And I didn't even directly talk to you. I criticized the actions of people who don't give a fuck about somebody like you because you wore the uniform.
Mm.
And none of them people care about you. And here you are fighting for them tooth, nail, and fucking pain in his case because some shit that me and you both know is some bullshit. You don't want to call it bullshit because it offends your dear leader's sensibilities. Got it, buddy. Got it, buddy. Turn to your EGA. You're a bitch.
Well, I don't. Listen. I don't. I don't know what's going to happen between now and Friday. If I'm a betting man, I think they're going to go ahead and just do the whole spectacle because Switzerland already says that they are making plans for this event on Friday. I think they're going to sign it. I think that Israel is going to be bombs away the whole time, and I think
Mm-hmm.
Iran will then start to light Israel ass up.
Yep. And then here we go back in this wagon wheel all over again. And what did President Panda say to President to President Business over here when he went to China? That he feared that we would find ourselves in what? An escalation cycle that we cannot get out of. El Teddy, what are we currently in?
In an escalation cycle we can't get out of. Well,
And it,
I don't know what I don't know what else I don't know what else to
me
do.
neither. Me neither. Because it's like I can go on and on and on about how many different ways this shit is wrong, but we
But
all
I'll
know
put
it.
the link in the chat also if anybody because I know somebody may want or may be watching they may want the article where I found the 14 points. It's in the chat. That's the article there. So did y'all go watch Idiocracy yesterday? Put a 27 in the chat if you went and watched the movie Idiocracy. I've seen the movie many
I know
times.
DPG says she watched it. Says she gonna keep it. She says she bought it and she's gonna watch it with her brother when he come next month. But yeah, y'all watch that movie. Like that movie lays out everything that's about to happen,
Yeah,
and
it
and it's a documentary at this point. It's a roadmap, if you will.
yeah. They were looking at the future. Well, sir, we the way it's going, I guess we'll continue to be here perpetually. Damn near
For real,
God.
Jesus, need them
I
to take a break.
I thank you for your expertise, sir. I thank you for putting up with us for the last I don't even know how many days at this point. And
So
we'll be
listen,
back at it. If duty calls, we'll be back at it.
yes, sir. Y'all have a good one.
All right, y'all. Ladies and gentlemen, that was our senior These Hoes Ain't Loyal correspondent, Terrence. Y'all give him a shondo and let y'all know y'all appreciate him and his expert corresponding and analysis. In other sugar spiky news, I told y'all from the beginning. I told y'all from the beginning. These bitches down to the CDC, the NIH, and the Department of Health and Human Services ain't know what the fuck they were talking about. I told y'all way back when. From the very first time they said, oh, we only found 2 cases of screwworm. And we think there's nothing to see here. It'll be contained. We have an 18-kilometer radius that we're looking at it. You don't know how long it's been out there. You don't even know if 18 kilometers was enough. And now here we are. Here the fuck we are. Here the fuck we are. Well, screwworm cases are rising in the U.S. as the outbreak spreads beyond the initial contamination zones. 12 animal cases have been confirmed so far, a significant increase from the first case detected in a calf in South Texas on June 3rd, which we reported on here. The growing number of infections has alarmed agricultural experts. Really? Who warned that a wider outbreak could have serious consequences on the Texas beef industry. On the 12 reported cases, 11 remain active and 1 is inactive, according to an update issued last Thursday by the U.S. Department of Agriculture, or the USDA. According to their Animal and Plant Health Inspection Service, those are the numbers thus far. The most recent case was reported on June 12th in Sutton County in West Texas, where a sheep was discovered with the infection. Other cases have been identified in the Texas counties of Edwards County, Tom Green County, Gillespie County, LaSalle County, and Zavala County, as well as in Lea County, New Mexico. The infected animals include cattle, goats, sheep, and 1 dog. Here we are. Now, the USDA is saying, oh, well, despite the outbreak, which could get larger, the U.S. food supply remains safe as the screwworm does not infect meat, fruit, vegetables, or other fruit products. For those of you who don't know what screwworms can do, um, the screwworm is a fly larva that burrows into open wounds in livestock and other warm-blooded animals, feeding on living tissue. For nearly 6 decades, the parasite was rarely seen in the U.S. after being largely eradicated in the 1970s. However, its reemergence and rapid spread has raised concerns about the parasite, that the parasite is making a comeback at a time when beef prices are at record highs. Now, the USDA officials are urging animal owners to watch for signs of screwworm infection, including draining or enlarging wounds, maggots or egg masses, unusual discomfort, and lesions around the nose, ears, genital, or umbilical area. Now, why am I reading this? I told you a dog was infected. We have a lot of viewers that are in Texas, and the last thing you want is for your dog to get infected by screwworm because of these people and their fuck shit. And now you got a whole loss of life and tragedy of your dog because of these people and their fuckery. And I told y'all when we first reported on this, the reason that screwworm had been so successfully kept out of the United States was because of programs that we had within USAID in South America that was helping to thwart the spread of screwworm in Mexico. But when they got rid of USAID and all of the departments and experts and scientists that worked in that area, that proliferated the spread of screwworm throughout Mexico, spread to northern Mexico, and is now in southern Texas and also in New Mexico. Before you know it, it'll ravage all of Texas. A month from now, we'll be talking about cases all over the great state of Texas and New Mexico, and probably moving into Oklahoma. Here we are. This is what happens when you people think experts don't matter. In other sugar spiky news, well, I don't see nothing wrong. With a little bump and grind, with you licking my behind. She say, Mama says she don't see nothing wrong with a little bump and grind. And yes, I said, with you licking my behind too. I did. Well, remember we reported on the case of U.S. District Judge Eleanor Ross getting her blocks beat in, getting her womb plunged, and getting her back cracked by the deputy chief of police. Remember that? Well, we have an update. A federal judge who was disciplined after an investigation found that she had sex with a police officer in her chambers and attended a partisan event, then lied when confronted with the allegations, has recused herself in a fight over Georgia election records after the U.S. Department of Justice raised questions about her ability to be impartial. Y'all put a pin in that because I'm going to tell you why shit like this, although it is comedic, but shit like this is real world consequences. Give me a second. The Justice Department sought to remove U.S. District Judge Eleanor Ross from the case, citing her reported attendance at an event for Fulton County District Attorney Fani Willis, who prosecuted President Donald Trump. Judge Ross on today filed an order recusing herself, writing that she was doing so, quote, out of an abundance of caution for the potential perception of bias, end of quote. The Justice Department has sued Georgia Secretary of State Brad Raffensperger, seeking an unredacted statewide voter list, and Ross was presiding over the case. Now, let me cut to the chase here. Judge Ross was presiding over one of the more important cases in Georgia right now. And this is the case where they're trying to get voter lists, unredacted voter lists, from Georgia. She's also presiding over the case where, they went in there and they stole all of those ballots from 2020 out of Fulton County. Well, Fulton County has sued, as well as several other organizations, and she's presiding over that. And she is a judge that's not some right-wing MAGA nut. And now that she has to recuse herself, they have to find another judge. And while you over there getting your back blown out, getting your blocks beat in, getting your womb plunged, this could have real consequences on voters in Georgia because you can't keep your blocks together. Now, she was appointed appointed and nominated to the bench by President Obama. And because you over here trying to get dick down in your chambers, now you got to recuse yourself. And now we could have some Trump-appointed MAGA nut that's put over this case and can blow all of this shit out of the water. And now we could have a whole bunch of fuck shit and precedent set that could be detrimental to voters all over the great state of Georgia, specifically black voters, because Fulton County is predominantly black. So while we are having a good time at you over there, because we played the video, I wonder if I still got that video. God, we played the video of you round here, getting your blocks beat in. We did. And because you can't keep it together, now this could affect black voters in the great state of Georgia. So I hope that it was worth it. I hope that you know, getting it in or getting it in you. I hope it was all worth it. Because now we could be disenfranchised voters and we could have scores of disenfranchised voters all over the great state of Texas. Not Texas, all over the great state of Georgia because of you and your fuckery. I hope it was worth it. Oh, I found it. I still vote where I own a home in Florida, so I still vote in my district in Florida Congressional District 24. So I have a home that I own there, and I still vote there. So my vote is good. But yeah, that's the video. You over there screaming Jesus and all kinds of fuck shit. I'm just saying. He was the deputy chief of police. We did a whole thing on it. You know it will be. You know it will be de-informed. You know Republicans ain't shit. It ain't too soon yet, Miss Shorty B. It is not too soon. Mama is over there getting it in. Baby, that dick is dick of life. Baby, that is dick of life. And you can hear him tagging that shit. Just a mess. Just a goddamn mess. And so now, thank you for the super chat, the Inform. And now the goddamn black voters in fucking Fulton County and all over the great state of Georgia may have their votes not counted and may have their votes suppressed and being disenfranchised because you over here knocking the boots. I don't know if that's a wedding bell. Yes, she is married. She's married to a sitting Georgia state representative. Her husband is a sitting Georgia state representative. A mess. Just a goddamn mess. Cause police chief sounded like he was tagging that ass. Hey, Shay. Police chief was over there waxing that ass. You heard it. Yeah, he had dick of death and cock of doom. You know he did. Just a mess. Just a goddamn mess. And the people were saying, yeah, we heard it. Yeah, we could hear it through the door and stuff. And nobody believed it. And then they found the audio. And you over here with this fuck shit. Now people in the great state of Georgia could have their votes, voting rights disenfranchised because of you and your malfeasance. Hey, C. Golden. Yeah, she was calling Jesus. Jesus! Jesus! Child. Baby, maybe she did say initially that she had music on trying to cover it up. Baby, music couldn't cover that up, honey. I'm sorry. They had a little picture of the police chief at the top. You ain't see him? That's him at the top. That's him right there. You see him in the circle? Just a mess. And that sound like one of them. You ain't even take your clothes off. Baby, you ain't have no clothes on underneath. Baby, you just lifted up that robe, bent over your desk, and he ain't even pull his pants down. That sounds like a disrespectful fuck. You know, the disrespectful fucks, which every now and again you do need your man to give you a disrespectful fuck. I ain't gonna hold you. I ain't gonna hold you. Every now and again, your man can't fuck you like you know he your man and your lover. Every so often, not all the time, but every so often, you just need a disrespectful fuck. You know, a hair pull and all of that shit. But a disrespectful fuck to me is when a bitch don't even pull their pants down. All they do is unzip their zipper, pull it out, pull it through, and then just go in and go on to glory. That's what I call a disrespectful fuck. They don't even have the respect enough for you to take their pants and clothes off. They just unzip, whip that bad boy out of the zipper, and then go to town. Now you feeling the little things from the zip on your ass. That's just a disrespect. While they pull your hair and choke you out at the same time. I mean, I wouldn't know about that because I'm a child of the king. I'm a purity driven snow. Yeah, he was strong, long stroking her ass. And now people in Georgia got to get their votes possibly disenfranchised because of her fuck shit. A mess. No one wasn't out there. You saw the people walking around. Child, you know they always said some disrespectful shit like that. You know they got to be disrespectful too. When they know they are violating a happy home, baby, listen, they be real disrespectful with it too. Yeah, just a little bit. I ain't saying choke me out, but a little bit, a little bit, just a little bit. Maybe I don't. Maybe I don't know. I don't know. I ain't got nothing to do with it. Okay. Now I don't know nothing about having sex. Cause I'm still a virgin and I'm as pure as the driven snow. And then I don't know nothing about what y'all heteros do over there. Down to the y'all compound over there with the heteros. I don't know what y'all be doing over there, but I can imagine. I can imagine that's what he was doing. I don't know nothing about it either. Child. Lord. Judge Ross, I hope it was worth it. Because for us, it wasn't. We ain't getting none of that dick. You over there getting dick down. We ain't getting none of that dick. And now we got to have our votes possibly disenfranchised. It's a mess. Just a goddamn mess. In other sugar spiky news, Lord Jesus. In other sugar spiky news, um, your vice president is in the news. Vice President J.D. Vance mocked Major League Baseball for issuing a warning to a handful of San Francisco Giants players who wore Bible verses on their Pride Night ball caps during a recent game. Three players, pitcher Leighton Roop, who you see there, JT Brubaker, and Ryan Walker, wore Pride Night hats with Bible verses written on them when the team took on the Chicago Cubs last Friday. They were subsequently issued a warning about league rules banning players from displaying messages on playing equipment and uniforms. Quote, to be clear, this routine verbal warning not to wear the hat in future games is not disciplinary and had absolutely nothing to do with the content of the message. We respect players' right to free expression. However, writing of any kind with any message is prohibited per Major League Baseball's uniform regulations. End of quote. Your vice president then posted on social media today, responded to a Sports Illustrated report about the warning, saying, "quote Trump won. We don't have to do this anymore." End of quote. Now we know Major League Baseball is one of several major leagues that feature annual Pride nights and events encouraging teams to celebrate diversity during Pride Month in June. Your vice president, he's over there on his world tour all over the place on Megan Kelly and The View and all kinds of other places didn't hesitate to spew his hatred. Now, these Bible verses that they were writing on their hats and stuff were verses that they believe speak against homosexuality. And your vice president said, quote, Trump won, we don't have to do this anymore. End of quote, meaning we don't have to put Pride Month observances anymore. We don't have to do Pride Month observances anymore because Trump won. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Child. Do you love my voice, Danny? Does it get you all hot and bothered? Does it make you feel good all inside? Anyway, thank you for the super chat, Tracy. Tracy said, I would believe you put your dick in someone's cooch before I would believe you are a virgin. Hit the damn like button, join the damn membership. Shout out to the members. I have stuck my penis in cooter. It was over. It was, I wasn't overwhelmed. The straight men, they make all of this big conniptions about the cooter. It was just okay for me. It was just okay. Now some good buginas and a hot piece of dick, that'll change your life. But the cooter, a little overhyped. I'm just saying. Maybe I just had the wrong one. I don't know. I was still in high school at the time. Cha. Cure. Maybe it's Maybelline can sit the fuck down. Girl, he do be having that eyeliner or God be with us. Let's be clear. Hall monitors, we got, people talk about they like my voice, which is nice. Walk heavy hall monitors. I ain't telling you what to do yet, but walk heavy. Y'all know when some of these people come out of hiding and stuff like that, Hall monitors, walk the halls heavy. Walk the halls heavy. Cha. Thank you for becoming a member, Miss Shorty B. That means you can join the members only chat. Shout out to the members. Let me know or send me a message or DM or something so I can send you a link to the members only chat. In other sugar spiky news, we have some unfortunate news. A sad story here. Not some lunch break dick. Oh, I definitely had the wrong one. Okay. Child. Yeah. In Pennsylvania, the Allegheny County Medical Examiner's Office has ruled Haitian asylum seeker Daffy Michelle's death a homicide after she was found lying cold and unresponsive at a Pittsburgh bus stop where ICE had left her days earlier. A statement released by the Allegheny County Medical Examiner read, quote, the opinion of the forensic pathologist in this case is that Michelle was a vulnerable adult suffering from untreated severe mental health issues and a significant language barrier when she was released from custody on February 27th. Immigration attorney Joseph Patrick Murphy, who represents her family, spoke with news outlets, and he said, quote, she had mental challenges. She was arrested for, at one point, screaming at imaginary people, and they knew this. They just dumped her in a bus shelter. A language barrier, educational barrier, and psychiatric barrier, and left her to fend for herself. The bus shelter, she never figured out how to leave. She sat there for days and ultimately froze to death. End of quote. And that's what they tried to pick her up. ICE picked her up, had to release her, and she was suffering from mental illness. And now what they're reporting is because ICE knew that they did not have the ability to care for her properly because of her severe mental illnesses. They just said they were going, and they knew she couldn't fend for herself. They just left her at the bus station, told her to fend for herself, and she was speaking to imaginary people and stuff, and she froze to death. And ICE tried to absolve themselves of it, and now it's been determined her death has been ruled a homicide. Now, does that mean that ICE is going to have any accountability um, for this? No, they still don't have any accountability for any of the deaths. But let's add Daphne Michelle's name to the list of people murdered by ICE since her death was a homicide. Her name is Daffy, first name Daphy, last name Michael or Michelle, Michel. Let's add her to the list. I don't just want to hear about Alex Pretty and Renee Good. How about we add Daphne Michelle's name to that list because she was murdered by ICE. Because her death was labeled a homicide. And they let her sit at that bus station and freeze to death. Don't just give us the cute white people no more. Give us all of them. What about Willie Porter over there in California? Or was that Oregon? One of the two. And they ain't give a damn about this beautiful black queen. The woman froze to death at the goddamn bus station. And y'all left her out there to rot and die. Tell me nothing. No, add her name to the list. She was a whole ass human being with feelings and emotions. And to have her die of hypothermia from freezing to damn death is a horrific way to die. Make no damn sense. In other sugar spiky news, White House officials last year debated whether to suspend habeas corpus rights for immigrants and asylum seekers as your president looked for ways to bypass judges in deportation cases. That's according to the New York Times, which reports that White House Staff Secretary Will Scharf wrote a secret memo to Chief of Staff Susie Wiles outlining his opposition to a plan by senior Trump advisor Stephen Miller to suspend the rights of immigrants to challenge their deportations in court. The New York Times also reported Vice President J.D. Vance pushed to invoke the Insurrection Act in January, just days after federal immigration agents in Minnesota shot and killed intensive care nurse Alex Pretty. The revelations drew from reporting by New York Times reporter Maggie Haberman and Jonathan Swan in their forthcoming book titled Regime Change Inside the Imperial Presidency of Donald Trump. These people, again, let me be clear about this, y'all. I said this yesterday, and I'm going to say this again. These people are going to green light and give the okay for an authoritarian dictatorship before they give up their white supremacy and their white privilege. And there is no midterm election. There's no general election that will save us from that in the near future. I'm just going to put it out there. These people descended from the fucking Caucasus Mountains. They will gladly green light and vote for a complete destruction, obviation, and diminution of everything that you know that is we the people to keep their white privilege and white supremacy. That breastplate, that mantle of white privilege and breastplate of white supremacy that they wear all of the time, hey, Karen D, they will give up their lives before they give that up. And there are enough people in the alleged opposition power that are willing to let them do it. And unfortunately, some of the people that's in the opposition party that ain't descended from the Caucasus Mountain, all they give a shit about is getting money and having power and access. So they'll give up, they'll sell our black asses. They'll sell our Hispanic Latinx asses. They'll sell our Asian asses. They'll sell our LGBTQ plus asses down the river for money, power, and access. We haven't even begun to see what these people will do to keep their white privilege and white supremacy. That's it. That's all. They were literally about to suspend the Constitution. This is not hyperbole at all. Not at all. In other sugar spiky news, it ain't just here. So in our Tuesday spotlight across the pond, shout out to Lizgo and Carl across the pond. So children under 16 in the UK will be barred from using several major social media platforms beginning early next year. And that's according to Prime Minister Keir Starmer. I got a short video where they asked some young kids about it. Here's the video.
Will you please put your hands up, those of you who welcome the ban. Hands up for those who welcome the ban. So this just gives you an idea. I think it's pretty fair to say that most of these students there, 11 to 14, most are pretty disappointed with the ban. Let's just come over to you, Isabella. Tell me how you felt when you heard the Prime Minister say no more social media for you.
I didn't think it would actually happen. I kind of believed that he'd chicken out of it and give it more time or more consideration, but he seems pretty sure of it, and I'm not sure if I agree with him.
What are you most worried about?
Not being able to contact my friends. I don't know what will happen and how it will happen, or whether if there's some technicalities to what apps are restricted, but I use most of my social media to contact my parents and family.
I mean, I think it's worth reminding people, earlier we looked at screen time. What was your screen time over the weekend?
9 hours.
9 hours. So suddenly you're going to have a lot more time to fill. And what will you do?
Stare at a wall.
That young lady said she just gonna stare at the damn wall. Now, how are you going to, my thing is this. Well, let me give you some more details, okay? Because she says she gonna stare at the wall. Dear God. Now, it's supposed to begin next year, okay? At a news conference, Prime Minister Starmer said the ban will apply to Snapchat, TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and X, but not messaging services like WhatsApp and Signal. They can't even look at YouTube. They got a whole children's section of you. Let me be quiet. Starmer said the government is prepared to confront technology companies that resist the new rules, arguing the restrictions are necessary to protect children from harmful content. He noted he is, quote, not prepared to compromise on the safety and happiness of our children, end of quote. The announcement follows a public consultation that drew more than 116,000 responses, with more than 90% supporting restrictions for children under 16. More than 90%, that's 90. The government also plans to limit contact between children and unknown adults on gaming and live streaming platforms. Prime Minister Starmer said, quote, taken together, these measures will mean a much more comprehensive model than just a blanket ban on social media, one that responds to how children experience harm online rather than just where it happens, end of quote. Let me tell you something. Children are smarter than you think they are. Now, there's been a push in the UK for digital IDs because people are already asking, how are you going to enforce this? If a child, all they have to do is go online and basically, all they have to do is go online and lie online. And what mechanism do you have to check to see whether they're telling the truth or not? Like, you got children that will go sneak into their parents' wallets and purses while they're asleep, take out their passport or ID, scan it in, and say that that's them, just so, and create this secret account just so they can say it's them. Well, they already have in certain states, like in Georgia. That's why in Georgia you can't get Pornhub in Georgia, because in order to get Pornhub, you would have had to upload like your ID and stuff like that. And Pornhub said, well, if y'all want to do that, we just won't be available in Georgia. And they're not. All of the states that are requiring uploading of IDs and stuff, Pornhub is not available there. Like, this is it. Instead of trying to teach children the dangers of these things and the dangers of these applications and internet, you trying to just ban them from it is going to make them want to, and they've already been using it. It's going to make them find nefarious ways in which to, it's going to make them find nefarious ways in which to get it done. I ain't going to hold you. They will find ways to make this happen. So, this is, now, here's a news flash, people of the UK. While y'all voting in the 90th percentile for this to go through, what that means is they're going to start with the children. Then they're going to make you all like China, where the government starts to restrict what you can look at. Because if you go over to China, you can't get none of that fuck shit over there in China, baby, you're not getting no YouTube and all of this. The People's Republic of China, baby, they don't fuck off in China. If they don't want you to see it, you won't. That's it. That's all. A mess. It's gonna go. It's a slippery slope. It's a slippery slope. They're gonna start restricting stuff that adults can look at. I'm telling you what I know. Y'all got Shay over here spiking out. She need Larry to come back out.
You see, this is the part that I like.
Major sugar spike.
So loved the world, I want to fight. That he gave his only begotten son.
Major sugar spike.
And shall ever believe
Major sugar spike.
they shall not perish, but have everlasting life.
Taste the biscuit.
Y'all got Shay over there spiking out. Somebody go over there and sit by her. We'll monitor the situation, but this stuff is all a slippery slope. And like I said, it's not just over here with the fuck shit and fuckery. They got it going on over there in the UK. In other sugar spiky news, well, then there's this. Just in time for Pride Month. Shepard Scalf, a Florida teacher who is intersex, is alleging in a new Equal Employment Opportunity Commission filing that his school district fired him because they perceived him as transgender. Now, for the idiots over in St. Johns County, that's just south of Duval County, let me teach you all what intersex means, okay? Because see, this is how we get down the slippery slope when y'all try to ban every fucking thing. Intersex people have been around since the dawn of time. Intersex people are not trans. Intersex people have both reproductive organs. Back in the day, they had the archaic term hermaphrodite. That was the archaic term that they had for them in olden times. Now they're called intersex. They are included in the Rainbow Coalition compound. The I that you hear in LGBTQIA, a lot of people try to cut it off at the Q and forget there's an I there. The I is for those individuals that are intersex. And there are some intersex people who have both sex organs working, meaning the penis works and the vagina works. In most cases, only one or the other works. But in rare cases, both of them do. But the problem is, by the time you figure out which one works, they're usually a teenager. And by that time, they've already grown up and assimilated to whichever sex they were going to assimilate to. Let's continue. Mr. Scalf was assigned female at birth, but identifies as male. In the filing, I said Scalf. Scarf. No, it's Scalf. I'm right. Claims that at the same time he was fired, he was told that his performance as a language arts teacher at Patriot Oaks Academy in the St. Johns County School District was exemplary and that there was no merit-based justification for his termination. Scalf taught 6th grade and had been newly hired for the 25-26 school year. He wrote, quote, at the same time, the district knew both that I have a male gender identity. They gave me a placard saying Mr. Scalf, and that I was assigned female at birth based on my employment paperwork. I therefore believe this termination was based on the perception that I am transgender, end of quote. Just 3 weeks into the new school year, Principal Drew Chiodo allegedly called Mr. Scalf in for an emergency meeting held on August 29th, 2025. Mr. Scalf says he attended the meeting with a representative from the teachers union. At the meeting, Mr. Chiodo allegedly read a letter from the superintendent, Dr. Brennan Asplin. Per the filing, The letter from Dr. Asplin claimed that due to Mr. Scalf being a first-year teacher, his employment was probationary and could be dismissed without cause. The letter said he would be placed on temporary leave following a board meeting. Mr. Scalf says he was given the choice to accept the probationary release or voluntarily resign. Mr. Scalf resigned after being told by the union rep that a resignation would be better for his future career prospects than a termination, according to the EEOC filing. Mr. Scalf told the ACLU, quote, receiving this ultimatum was confusing and overwhelming. Everything had been going so well. I couldn't understand why this was happening. The start of a school year is always brimming with promise and excitement, and I was looking forward to continuing my teaching career at Patriot Oaks until I was cornered into resigning. It became clear to me that being fired had nothing to do with my qualifications or teaching. It was about who I am, end of quote. After his resignation, Mr. Scalf says he received evidence that his termination was due to a parent complaining that he was transgender. He does have the ACLU representing him in this EEOC filing. The ACLU is arguing that St. Johns County School District violated Mr. Scalf's right under Title VII, which was interpreted to include LGBTQ plus people through the 2020 Supreme Court case Bostock versus Clayton County, and we've talked about that. A mess. A mess. So a parent went to the school district and complained, why is my child being taught by a transgender teacher? And they just assumed that this teacher was transgender, and now they just fired that teacher or forced that teacher into resigning. A mess. A mess. I'm going to monitor this situation. I really want to see where this goes, but I'll keep y'all posted on this case. It's time for our video breakdowns. Oh, dear God. I'm always afraid. I am always afraid to see what this here algorithm has in store for us. Dear God of mercy, God of love. Let's go down this road. Let's see what L Teddy 27's algorithm has in store for us today, shall we? Here's our first video breakdown.
All right, I've had it with these drugs. Tonight we're talking about the shittiest drug on the entire planet. Let's get into it. All right, so my investigative journalism has come to an all-time low while being inside of a treatment center like it wasn't low already. Anyway, we're talking about the boo-boo dust today. We're talking about the fart gas, the galaxy ass. It's called jankum. So in Zambia, where this was reported to be happening, you have kids that are suffering from an HIV epidemic, and they're losing their parents at an all-time rate. So because they're running around parentless, some of them often find themselves in all the wrong things. One of these wrong things being the sewer. They go down to the sewer, and with their bare hands, they grab the doo-doo, and they pick it up and they put it into a mason jar. Once in the mason jar, they put it in a spot in the parking lot that's nice and hot. That way it can start cooking. Then they put a balloon on top of it, and they let the gases go right up into the balloon. Now, with the booty balloon, they take it and they inhale. They take some of the doo-doo dust, right? Some of the fart and all. You get high, they huff it. It's an inhalant. But nonetheless, they start to experience euphoria from hypoxia because their brain is no longer receiving oxygen because the fart molecules have covered up all the receptors. With that being said, they start to experience visual and auditory hallucinations. One young man said that he lost his mother some years back, and the only thing that could make him see his mom again was the poo-poo. And I don't know what kind of darkness is going on in Zambia, but I suggest that we rally the troops. We're busy in all these other parts of kidnapping the Venezuelan president. Meanwhile, there's kids huffing duty paint over in Zambia. I think that's more important, but they're getting ripped. And the top 3 drugs over there happen to be cannabis, glue, and the boo-boo. I feel like somebody needs to ship a pack of cocaine over there, because at this point, we need more options. We need more options for these kids. But Nonetheless, breaks my heart. And it just turns out that the authorities, in regards to the psychoactive studying over there, won't even touch the stuff. They won't even put it in their lab. They don't even want to know what exactly is going on in the brain from this stuff. But all they do know is that these kids are having a ball.
I was not prepared. Why in everything that is holy is this in my algorithm? I have no idea why this is in my algorithm. How this made it into my algorithm. Why it's here. Why? So I don't want to know. I'm not going to analyze. I don't want to analyze this. I don't want to think about this. I don't want to know about this. I have nothing to do with any parts of this. I'm just going to move on. Here's our next video breakdown.
In a marriage, how often do y'all do it?
Well, he has a pass where he got 5 days, so it's only 2 days I tell him no.
Okay.
Thursdays and Mondays.
Why?
Thursdays because we coming up on the weekend and I know he gonna want to hump all weekend. Monday because I done came off the weekend and I done humped all weekend.
May this lady's cup never empties. I hope it runneth over. I hope her battery always stays on 95%. Yes, Lord. I hope this lady is never past a quarter of a tank, and if she ever goes past it, I hope her tank magically fills, Lord. I hope no weapon formed against her can ever prosper, including a Popeye's biscuit. Lord, I just hope every married woman within the sound of her voice can receive this message and put it into their spirit, Lord, because this lady right here, she deserves every door open for her, even if it's not automatic. Yes, Lord.
So we keep having these questionnaires for the hetero community. All of my straights out here, you know, all of the, straights out. Hey, is that a thing? Like y'all 5 days a week? Because down here to the Rainbow Coalition compound, sometimes you can get 5 times a day over here. These people are animals. I told y'all yesterday, these people are fucking animals down here to the Rainbow Coalition compound. Oh, you saw what I saw, Miss Shorty B? Oh, you caught it too. Y'all know me, so Miss Shorty B, we here too. You caught the same thing I caught, right, Miss Shorty B? You saw the same thing I saw, didn't you? You saw the same thing I saw, Miss Shorty B. Oh, you ain't missed nothing. We here, Miss Shorty B. Y'all, the pupils are always right here with me. Anyway, do y'all need like a day of rest? I always say like this, like, listen. Once you go over 8.5 inches, like boyfriend size is 8.5, all right? That's boyfriend size, 8.5. At least over here, it's 8.5. Once you go over 8.5, that's where we start to limit the amount of sex we gonna have. Because at that point, people need a chance to heal. You know what I'm saying? You need a chance to, like, once you get to about 9, baby, we not having sex 5 times. You might could get, I'm going to say every other day. I might give you 3 some weeks or 4 the next week, depending on what week it is, okay? But you're not getting it every day if you 9 inches. If you 9.5, or then you getting 2 days in between, at least. Baby, if you in the double digits, baby, listen, you getting once a week. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know. You better go jack off or something. If you in the double digits, Go on over there and handle your business, honey. Because I need a chance to heal. Now, I'm saying that now, and I've had a few boyfriends that were into double digits, and they didn't even give me no fucking options. They just said, it's coming. They ain't even give me no fucking. They said, here it come. I ain't even had no fucking options. That judge getting 8 inches, baby, she getting something over there. Child. Right. I bitch need time to recover. Need time to heal. Baby, listen. I just don't know. Here's our next video breakdown. Wait, 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 wait. That shit was all the way up in there. Did y'all see that? Wait, one more time. That was up in there, y'all. These kids ain't got no walls, baby. Just wide open. We're going to call you Jericho because the walls have come tumbling down, okay? That's your name. We're going to call you Jericho because the walls have come tumbling down. Lord. Why is this in my algorithm? I don't need to see this shit. The fuck is in my algorithm? Here's our next video breakdown.
Do girls know that when a man takes a bath, his wiener floats just a little bit, just a little bit. It must be just less dense than the water, the way it floats, so elegant, just a little bit. Like a birthday balloon at the end of its days, like a Macy's Day Parade float starting to deflate. It's not the most majestic, but it certainly draws your attention. Thank goodness nobody's ever seen it. Do girls know that when a man takes a bath, his wiener floats just a little bit, just a little bit,
Just a little
it
bit.
must be just less dense than the water, the way it floats, so elegant, just a little bit. Do girls know that?
It does float. Now, listen, I ain't took a bath. I took a shower. Let me clear that up. I take showers, okay? But in terms of like a bath, a bubble bath, I ain't took that in a minute. Been about maybe a year or so. Anyway, but it does float. It does. Just saying. I'm just saying. Maybe that's why men don't like taking baths. You need your dick floating all in the water and stuff. But it does float. And like he said, just a little bit. It may not go like all the way up floating at the top, but it does float a little bit. It do. It do. Miss Maythay said, "Go with God."
Go with God. Go with God, Crispy.
Here's our next. Here's our next video breakdown.
Removing nut from my hair.
Wait. Wait. Nope. Nope. No. 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 Why is it in your hair? Why? Why, God? Oh, dear God. Oh, Jesus, Lord. Wait. I don't believe this. There's no way I believe this. This got to be one of those people that's trying to make videos to go viral. This is not believable. First of all, no man is nutting that much. Like that shit is impossible. Do you see how much that is? Unless you in some bukkake situation where you sitting in the middle of about 13 or 14. That's got to be at least 15 to 20 men that done nutted in your hair. It's no way I believe this. You're lying, sir. You're lying. There's no way. There's no way. Get off my algorithm with your lies, okay? Like, there's no way that's semen. Listen, it ain't that much being backed up in the world, Chimera. You could be backed up for the last 5 years. You ain't giving that much. Do you see how much that is? Now, I need to see the viscosity and density of this material. I don't believe it's nut. I don't believe it. It's no way you're gonna make me believe this. And who wants to be associated with this and put this on the internet?
Nigga, you price low. Never ever way he ever let me go. Hang out the window was feeling like indigo. I be snapping, I'm not even finished though. She said she wanna fuck.
See that right there? See how all of a sudden it's a lot more? Get off my screen. Goodbye, sir. Goodbye. Foolishness. Foolishness. Here's our last video breakdown. One more time, just for journalistic purposes. One more time for journalistic purposes, shall we? Ooh, child. Thank you for your membership, Danny F. Thank you so much. Ooh, child. We all been in the wrong sport. California cutie. Lord. Those were our video breakdowns for the day. I certainly hope you enjoyed them. I did. As we do the stanky leg out of the sugar spike segment and deeper down into the dossier, we start off with Venus and Rena. So, good news for us tennis fans. Venus and Serena have accepted wild card invitations for the Wimbledon tournament at the end of the month. So we get to watch Venus and Serena in the doubles match. They're gonna reunite as a pair for women's doubles. Now they have 14 Grand Slam titles in doubles, and 6 of them came from Wimbledon. So, and Serena is 44 and Venus is 45. And I think they're going to dog walk the shit out of these girls. These girls ain't ready for Venus and Serena. I don't care if they was 64 and 65. I'm looking forward to it. I'm a big tennis fan. Let's be clear. I'm a big tennis fan. I'll be watching every game, set, and match. We're rooting for y'all, Venus and Serena. We are. We love y'all. We love them. Ciao. We love them. We looking forward to it. We are. You know, Serena always famously said tennis whites are so boring, except at Wimbledon when it's classy. We'll be expecting to see you in your tennis whites down to the Wimbledon on the grass courts of the All England Club at Wimbledon. We're looking forward to it. We are. Come through, Venus and Serena. Y'all act like y'all not excited. Y'all ain't got to be excited. I'm excited about it because I'm here for Riri and Venus. Mm-hmm. Dear God. In other news, Lord. So Jay-Z is teaming up with Target. Yes, that store, Target, to mark 30 years of Reasonable Doubt with an exclusive anniversary vinyl release on June 26th. Now, Target is listing it at $40. And they said that it's going to have an alternative exclusive album cover, special packaging, a collectible insert, and a limit of 4 per customer. You ain't got to worry. We're not going over there, Target. We're not doing it. Anybody going over there? Nah, they've already started pre-orders. Pre-orders started on June 1. We still, did you not get the memo, sir? Hey, Joe Camel. Hey, Mr. Joe Camel. Mr. Joe Camel. We already told you a while back that we boycotting Target. You didn't get the memo? Y'all ain't got to worry about only 4 per customer Target. Ain't nobody going over there to y'all fuck shit to buy that Target. We over y'all. We ain't going back. We ain't going back. Ain't. We good over here. We good over here. We never stopped boycotting. When Jamal tried it, Twin Flames, we said we wasn't going back. Jamal Bryant tried to say, oh, the boycott is over, and we down here to the black delegation said, it ain't ever over. Shit ain't over till we said it's over. Fuck that. It's going to be over when y'all release the cancellation that y'all have on my girl, Chrisette Michelle. Y'all still owe my girl, Chrisette Michelle, an apology. Just saying. Some white person will go over there and buy it, and then we'll buy it from them on eBay. We ain't going over there. We ain't going over there. Just saying. You know they gave him a good, baby, you know they gave him a, Jay-Z ain't doing no business over there without getting a nice piece of change. Right, let them steal it. He been selling out. He been selling out ever since he was trying to get in the 3 Comma Club. And now that he already in the 3 Comma Club, he's still selling out. Bitch ain't shit. Big fat donkey dick motherfucker. They do say he got a whole ass donkey dick. Somebody told me that the girls say it's like having 2 Schlitz malt liquor bowl cans on top of each other. Just as thick and just as long. That's what they said, but I ain't got nothing to do with it. Y'all see Beyonce ain't leave him when she found out he was cheating on her left, right, sideways because that dick had her crazy. Anyway, Jay-Z, we don't see it for you, okay? We don't see it for you. Just saying. Don't. Not like a man on his 3rd divorce that live on the corner and it's always a Carl bricks in the yard and he on the porch smoking a cigarette long as the street. I'm not playing with you, y'all. Y'all know I'm not playing with you. We're not going back. We ain't going back. Looking like he just came from over there flipping the chicken quarters over there on the grill. Got the chicken quarters on the bottom rack and then the hamburgers on the top rack. Just a mess. Just a damn mess. Just a damn mess. Lord. Jay-Z, this is par for the course. You ain't shit. And we expect for you to do ain't shit stuff like this. Antonia say she don't give it a shit how big your dick is. She don't want that shit. And that came from Antonia. In our last story of the day, well, in the midst of y'all celebrating your championship, let me rain on your parade real fast. It was revealed today that y'all's boy from New York, Concrete Jungle's Where Dreams Are Made Of, where y'all got that hollering ass heifer screaming, New York! That place. According to People magazine, Diddy has had another 2 months taken off of his sentence. Now, he was originally supposed to be released on June 4th, 2028. Then that got bumped up to April 28th, 2028. Now they done bumped it up to February 23rd, 2028. My mama's birthday on February 23rd. So y'all got that to look forward to while y'all over there partying and shit. Party and bullshit and party and bullshit. Why y'all doing all of that? Celebrating y'all's king, the king of New York, the diddler, P. Diddy. He getting out early so he could celebrate with y'all. I mean, he gonna be a few years late, but he'll be celebrating with y'all. New York! Concrete jungles, where did you made up? You know, child. Gives a new meaning to the song. Cotton candy, sweet gold, let me see you Tootsie Roll. Tootsie Roll. Tootsie Roll. Tootsie Roll. Y'all don't claim this, man. Y'all make us claim Esther Roll, Trick Daddy. So if we got to claim Esther Roll, Trick Daddy, y'all got to claim Diddy. Sorry. That's how it goes. I know she's singing just like that, Twin Plays. That hooker got her voice snatched when she took that woman's husband. Now his teeth bigger than his Tootsie Roll. I'm not doing this with y'all. I am so done with y'all. I'm so done. Child. Y'all got to claim here. Oh, no. Oh, no. Baby, I ain't got nothing to do with it. Well, what country is you from, Danny? Listen, are y'all looking forward to Diddy getting out? Y'all gonna throw him a party and stuff? Esther Roll and Tootsie Roll. Tell them Esther sent you. You got to be of a certain age to remember them commercials where Esther Roll used to come on and say, tell them Esther sent you. Remember those commercials? What was it for? I forgot what the commercials was for, but it used to be a commercial, and at the end, she would say, tell them Esther sent you. I'm just saying. Cha. Look at this one. Listen, y'all got some shit over there in North Carolina too. We all got some shit. We all got some fuck shit where we done came from. Do I don't think it was for fast food, but I remember at the end of the commercial, she used to say, "Tell them Esther sent you." Child, a mess. Just a goddamn mess. Mm, mm, mm. Is it not in the great state of New York? That's not in New York City. It's not in one of the boroughs. It's not in one of the boroughs. I'm just asking. Now y'all trying to differentiate and stuff. Girl. 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 Now y'all trying to differentiate. Mm, mm, mm. Mm, mm, mm. A mess. Listen, he getting out early, okay? He getting out early. Yonkers is a city in Westchester County. Mm. I don't live in New York, so I don't know. Listen, don't come over here windmilling against me. That's just like y'all people be trying to say Miami is in Florida. And we keep telling y'all Miami ain't in Florida. Y'all keep trying to put us with them damn people. We don't claim them fuckers. We are our own state. We do not claim them bastards up there. Don't make us from there. We go visit there. But we ain't from there. We from Miami. From the fucking Florida. Just saying. I'm just saying. Anyway, that's the dossier for today. That's all we got for today. We way over. Way over. Way over. That's today's dossier, y'all. Did y'all enjoy yourselves? I enjoyed myself. If y'all didn't enjoy yourself, I enjoyed myself. I ain't gonna hold you. I mean, did you have a good time? Because I did. Sure did. I had a real good time. Mm-hmm. See, Miss Rail gonna tell you. Shoot. When you get to Florida, when you get to Broward County. When you get to Broward County, okay, you're in Florida. Just saying. Lord. Jesus. Did you enjoy yourself today? Please let me know you enjoyed yourself today because I enjoyed having you, okay? Please also consider supporting the platform. We work hard over here, and you can click this QR code. If you want to support the platform, you can do so by donating at that QR code right there because we work real hard, and we don't want to work for free. Don't. Shout out to everybody who got who became members today. Shout out to the members and the members only chat. Child, y'all, if you once you get into the members only chat, okay, do not go over there to the not safe for work section with Harold and Xavier and Uncle Jay and Paul, even Carl be over there in that section. I don't even go over there. I don't even open that section of the members only chat. They be carrying on for real over there. For real, for real. They be really carrying on over there. Do Shout out to the members. Anyway, I'm about to get out of here, y'all. I'm hungry. Oh, child. Mm-mm. Child, the way they be carried on in that members only section, baby. Members only. Child. Wait a minute. Is really be already like now this hooker.
Thank you, Miss Baker.
Now this hooker told me she was going. Let me send y'all over there. This hooker said, "Oh, take your time. Oh, I ain't gonna be I ain't gonna be home no time. So you can go ahead and take your time and not rush." And look at her. Did she just go live or she been live? Child, just a mess. Anyway, I'm about to get out of here. As I always say, I love y'all. I love on y'all. Thank you all for being vocal, present, and active. Thank you for doing what you do. Thank you for any and all contributions that you make to the channel. They are much obliged and much appreciated. I'm about to go. We've been on here a little while now. About to go enjoy myself, get me something to eat. Child, you know hair will be right on over there. Anyway, remember tomorrow is Wednesday. We will be on Twitch only. Remember, tomorrow is Wednesday. Tomorrow we will be on Twitch only. So we'll be on Twitch somewhat time between 5 and 5:15. So please look for us, and I'll put it on the community wall as well. But look for us tomorrow on Twitch. There is the link to the Twitch, but we will be on Twitch only tomorrow because it's Wednesday, and y'all know on Wednesday we do Twitch only. So please come around tomorrow for Twitch Wednesdays. I will see y'all tomorrow on Twitch. There's no Real Housewives of Atlanta panel tonight. We're gonna wait till next week and do 2 episodes next week. Okay, so all I got for y'all. Until next time, thank y'all for coming. Y'all drive safely. I'm out. I love y'all. I'll see you.